everyone, and welcome to session 4 of Succumbing, where I remind you, please don't escape from the cops. You know what you did.
You know what you did, Uncle.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
7 died in a vehicular manslaughter accident in downtown New York. Don't worry about it.
That's crazy.
Wasn't me. I know.
It was Joey.
It was. Listen, you know, as a vehicular manslaughterer myself, you know, it's just really hard when Joey takes all the credit, and I want to just do something out there, you know?
That's why he had to leave Calamity, is he was on the run, and they found out that he was on Calamity, and so they were using it to track his whereabouts.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Anyways, let's get this session started. Last time you guys left off, you guys were waking up after a pretty eventful evening. Well, eventful maybe in the sense that you guys had some good times, for once in a blue moon, and you guys woke up. Jean-Marie and Marsibil, you two made your way down into the inn in order to just have some breakfast and chillax a little bit. Eddie, you slipped away after showing Adrian a time. You know, like you were showing them how to exactly make luck points. It was really cool.
Experience points, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you also brought yourself down. I was about to say something came down, and I was like, no, wait, don't say that. It'll be too funny.
Yeah, that was later.
Yep. But yeah, you all gathered together, and Adrian soon followed. And you guys basically just talked a bit amongst yourselves, deciding, hey, do we want to bring Adrian along for this mission that may or may not be the best idea? And eventually, you guys decided that it wouldn't be a bad idea, at least bringing him along until you guys would make your way to the Oroboros Mount Resort. Eventually, however, you guys also realized, oh shit, we don't know where the actual resort is. And as you guys saw a person who seemed very much experienced in mountain climbing, you guys, Eddie approached him in order to talk about, hey, what are like the places you really don't want to go to? And this guy kind of looked at Eddie and was like, all right, listen, I don't know, you know, this is like, these are the number one place you don't want to be, and basically gave an alternative history of the Oroboros Mount Resort, where instead of the way that the media has made it out to be, that it was the owners that had gone crazy, this guy basically brought up the fact that the massacre was probably done and orchestrated by these weird humanoids, beings, like these things that are like not really like confirmed and only like kind of known about by like a select few who have seen them, that were there before, during, and even after the Oroboros Mount Massacre, and to which he was about to like say his name after divulging a good amount of information to you guys. Before he seemed to have forgotten his name and practically everything about him, and eventually Eddie and Jean-Marie, you two intervened to make sure the guy was okay, making him do rhythmic breathings and try to help him out by remembering his name by pulling out his passport for him. Eventually, you guys got to see what was inside the passport, and where was once information about the man himself was a melting image of what used to be his face, and texts that were flowing with one in itself and kind of becoming like a weird version of alphabeti spaghetti. And as you guys were seeing that, this guy was starting to breathe heavier again, and Jean-Marie wanted to make sure to try to calm him down. So Jean-Marie, you took him out to try to have a talk with him afterwards. Eddie, on your end, you were starting to panic a lot, seeing something that reminded you of a familiar event happening not just a couple weeks ago. Oh, a while ago, we'll say. That you locked yourself into your room and tried to deal with the panic attack you were suffering from. While you were suffering from this panic attack, you felt like you noticed the door to the bathroom in your room what became that of your nightmares. Grabbing your gun, you pointed towards the door to fend off against anything that was about to come through it, and Peter was on the other side of the door, which was confusing because Peter was gone. He wouldn't just be there like that. So you told him to turn around and close the door, and he seemed a bit confused at first, but complied before stopping. And this, as you were about to shoot him, as he was starting to laugh and maniacally and seem a little bit insane, his neck protruded very longly and went right in front of you. And this weird being that with spider legs coming out of his neck and transforming this human body into that of like this weird abomination started laughing and taunting you, being the very thing you've been having nightmares about ever since all the things that happened between you and your family and this weird connection you have with them. You eventually shot it in the neck as it was taunting you about who you are, and as you did, the gun blast, you closed your eyes for a little bit, and eventually you saw that it was Peter looking back at you again. Peter started gurgling on his own blood, asking you why you shot him, and you were confused until he eventually started laughing again, and this thing taunted you yet again for believing in its lies, saying that if you wanted to see Queen Fairchilde and Peter ever again, you had to go to the Oroboros Mount Resort and commune into this game that they were playing. On the same end, Jean-Marie's situation, you saw this man try to calm them down more and more, and eventually he seemed to be suffering from a heart attack, to which you saw that where his heart was this big lump that was starting to grow bigger and bigger, and when he removed his shirt to see what it was this giant eyeball looking back at you, also taunting you, and showing you what happened to your husband as multiple eyes protruded from this man's body, as you saw that your husband had killed a man in this strange, weird, like, inside of a building that with architecture you've never seen before, and people confronting him. This being also taunted you, and said as well that if you ever wanted to see him again, you would have to also come to the Oroboros Mount Resort and play in their game. Reacting to this information, you asked Marsibil if she could be the one responsible for taking care of getting you guys ready to go back on the road, as you got absolutely hammered, trying to just not think about everything and just have a good time before having to remember everything before getting drunk. Meanwhile, this apparition eventually disappeared, and you were heavily struck by this entity as it took its hand, one of its hands, and rushed it into your gut, causing profuse bleeding. Adrian eventually came in to start help you out and patch you up, and tried to try to help you out and comfort you about what just happened. Marsibil eventually did the same to you, Jean-Marie, trying to say that things will be okay, that she's here for you guys, and that she wasn't gonna just let you be this miserable. Eventually, after kind of having this back and forth with using drunken words and kind of confirming that you find Marsibil attractive, eventually you lot all got ready together and got into the Jeep that Adrian was driving, and Adrian kind of panicking, not wanting to explain how a guy had a heart attack in front of the inn itself and how Eddie got struck and was bleeding profusely. He started kind of driving a bit crazily, bumping into multiple cars and having to dodge people in order to break onto the main road, and driving away for a long while in order to get away from the cops, which eventually he did. And the session ended with you guys being at the foot of the exact mountain that you guys were looking for, after spending a couple days on the road, not really sure how to talk to each other after the last couple of events. You guys are parked out at this area. It doesn't seem like there's much development that's been made in this area. The last building that you saw down the road was, I'd say, around like a couple kilometers or miles away. And you can only imagine that what the same thing would be for any other future buildings down the road. Adrian parks the Jeep on this side of the road, kind of like flowing away from the main road itself, and parking it in this little area to kind of keep it away from any stragglers and anything like that. He takes the keys out of the ignition, takes a deep breath and looks at you guys. How are y'all doing?
Windswept.
You good?
And I'm just sitting there like wide-eyed, my hair is all messed up, still holding my
Mhm.
side, just like, wow, that was really fast, and we also got into a car accident, and we're also on the run from the police.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you a lot and goes, I'm sorry about all that. I feel like it would be really hard to explain, and I don't think it's
Where
worth
the
to try to.
hell did you learn to drive like that?
Did you tip yourself?
What? No.
Looks like it.
I um I won't lie, I'm a little surprised I had that in me too. I guess adrenaline can be a word for it.
Please tell me you knew how to
Yeah.
drive before that.
Yeah,
This is your car, right?
yeah. It's a car I've been driving ever since I've been going around. Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, I've had experience with it before, but just never to that degree. Um, you can tell that like the adrenaline is slowly leaving him, and you can tell he's kind of consuming from the fact like, oh shit, I just drove away from the police and had a car accident. Um,
You okay?
uh, yeah, I'll be fine. Just going through the motions of last couple of days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I should try hiding this thing. And you watch as he exits his vehicle, and you can see like the crunching of the soil underneath him as he's making his way towards this more wooded part. As the jeep itself is kind of in this clearing in between two sections of woods, and you can see he's kind of like making his way in order to find a place to hide the jeep and find a way to put like leaves or stuff on it to make it less conspicuous. What do you guys want to do?
Good question.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere, you said, right?
Yep, in the middle of nowhere, at the foot of this mountain that you guys know is the one that has the Oroboros Mount Resort on. I know I left the name here somewhere. Uh, yeah, I know. I'll get the name up again later. But yeah, you guys are at the foot of this mountain, and it's from looking up to it. It seems like it's a relatively large mountain. You can tell that like people definitely were ready to go on here and like ski down the whole point, and you can tell that like further up there, like maybe like a kilometer and a half up in altitude is when you guys can really see like the accumulations of snow. So if you had to make a guess, the actual resort itself would probably be like a couple of days hiking away.
Okay. I'm probably personally gonna stick in the car, just so I don't screw up my
Mhm.
side.
Yeah.
More than
I mean,
fair.
I think Marsibil would actually try and help with concealing the car. So if we could at least get
Alright.
it somewhere, then we can um okay. I have to ask a quick question, Uncle or
Yeah, what's up?
Game Master. Um what kind of car have we been driving in?
Let me check. I got them to get the actual model of car. Ugh.
Because I have to ask if it's like yeah, if it has like a, if it opens up or if it's fully enclosed.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Where's the vehicle section here? There you go. Alright, I am gonna look online for exactly the model, because, like, 1930s Jeep truck. I'd say the actual, like, model itself, it isn't like an outdoor, like military Jeep that you'd use, like, on off road terrain.
Right.
More like a Jeep kind of reminiscing of this one, kind of like a Willys. Let me just.
I don't know cars. I don't know anything about cars.
You are more than fine. I searched up
Okay.
1930s Jeep.
Okay, so it's fully enclosed. Like it's a fully enclosed.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like a thing. I forgot what the hell it's called, but it doesn't have like a thing that. You know what the hell I'm talking about? It's on some cars where you open them up and it's like they're open and then they can also close. I'm just saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're good. I know
Okay.
what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I'm gonna say Marsibil's just gonna help conceal this this trunk, basically.
Alrighty. I'll say that with Eddie's help, not Eddie's help, Adrian's help, make me. What would be a good check for those? Make me a stealth check with advantage.
All right. Get my D100.
Actually, no. Better yet, no,
Oh,
not stealth check.
shit.
Make me a natural world check with advantage.
Okay. Natural world. All right. Oh my
That's a
god.
thing?
Yeah.
Wow. Why do I have a 10 in it?
Hey. So I got an 8.
Oh
Hey.
shit! All right.
Woo!
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll
Which,
say
I mean-
with an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry,
go ahead. No,
No,
go
you
ahead.
go. No, you go now.
Say you're funny.
No, go.
Fine. All right. With an 8, I'll say that yeah, you have plenty of experience with the natural world, Marsibil. You know exactly what kind of plants in this type of forest would be perfect for like camouflage. And you decide you pick out exactly like which kind of like branches or which kind of like flora would be particularly useful for this situation. And after telling Adrian exactly which plants would be good for which parts of the car and like how to muddy up the tires to make it look like more soil has been overgrowing, you guys together make a very well hidden car. Like if you look back like beyond like if you go further than like 10 feet, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between like the car itself and the rest of the flora around you.
All right, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, Eddie, you're relaxing.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
Oh,
Isn't
me.
Eddie- Oh,
Wait, me already.
wait, who? Who?
No, Eddie was already relaxing, so
Yeah,
I
as
was
soon
just
as you
asking
said the
what you
name,
were
it
doing.
did glitch out.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
There's
already
no-
across with the name.
Mhm. They're so similar.
I'm pretty sure I'm
Mhm.
drunk, so I might stay with Eddie.
Yeah.
You're drunk again?
I never stop being drunk.
Yeah, it's the same day, isn't it?
It's the
No, it's a couple days later.
Oh.
Oh
You're drunk again?
Again.
no, Well, in that case, I'm finding an excuse to stay inside with Eddie anyways. I don't want to do manual labor.
You're day
Hey, don't
drinking,
you
it's
wanna
fine.
Spend time with Marsibil.
Fuck. Wait. Yeah, but Adrian is also out there.
I mean, you could day drink and just focus on Marsibil.
Yeah.
Or you
Watch
could
me
hang
work.
out with your friend who's hurt
Watch me work.
and in pain in the car.
Okay, I'm
It's
staying
so
inside
cold in
hanging out with
here.
Eddie, but I'm staying inside hanging out with Eddie, but I'm staring at the window at Marsibil the whole time. Compromise.
Yeah,
Wink.
All right.
Eddie would be glaring at John Marie with a look, but he does not want to get elbowed in the side today.
You're injured. There's a line.
Okay, then I will glare without consequence.
You know what? She'll ignore it. It's a good day.
Aw.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. All right. Yeah. I'll say that as you continue to look at Marsibil work as like she's getting these pieces of plant together in order to cover up the car, and you eventually see as it kind of looks like you're peering out of like this little like earth hut. I'll say Adrian kind of makes his way towards your part of the car, Eddie, and looks at you and goes, "Hey, I
Oh,
usually
yeah?
reserve this. Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I usually reserve these for the mountain expedition when they get particularly hot, but you're the one who literally got stabbed the other day, so I wanted to give you these in case you need them." And he pulls out like these little tablets of painkillers that he offers to you.
Oh, damn. Thank you. I'll like take.
Of course.
I'll take them and then kind of like stick a couple of them in my pocket before like I take one.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate
I'll
it.
say, yeah, of course. I feel like, especially if you're going to be climbing kilometers and kilometers of mountains, and it's not something you're used to, it's probably best to like help out with the pain before like your guts start hurting you so much.
Oh no, yeah.
All right. If you need anything else, by the way, medical wise, you let me know, okay?
Yeah, thanks. I will let you know.
All right. I'll say he starts to continue the finishing touches on the cover of this car. Eddie, I'll say that you get 7 tablets of painkillers.
Okay.
And for each tablet, I'm gonna say, well, for the tablet you just consumed, you get, ooh, fuck yeah, you get 3 health back.
Oh, okay. I see the appeal of drugs now. I thought you were gonna say for everyone I take, I regain a hit point, and I was like, man, I am about to have a real bad time.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not like the actual dream pastry. You're not gonna get addicted to these.
Oh
I hope
god.
not, at least.
Please.
Zach, please! I already addicted to drugs in one campaign, not both.
What does this say about me? As a person.
Hey, it's not like
It's
you were
only-
the first person to get addicted to drugs in that campaign.
That's true.
True. Listen, kids, don't do drugs.
Was
Unless
that
when they're really fun.
Oleander?
It was Lavinia.
It was Lavinia, that's
Yeah,
right.
Lavinia was doing dream pastries even before the game started.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Remember,
Yeah.
kids, stay in school. Don't do drugs. Eat your teeth.
That's the moral
Yeah,
of this
eat your teeth.
campaign. Eat your teeth.
That's gonna be the tagline at the end of this episode. Eat your teeth.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right.
Orange peel.
But yeah, I'll say that eventually the finishing touches are up, and you guys watch as Adrian starts taking out some climbing gear, and some of the and starts like putting on like the stuff itself, like the crumpets, taking out some hiking sticks, and looks at you guys and goes, "All right, we still have a couple of hours before it starts getting night. I think if we keep a good, steady pace, we should be able to keep some level of consistency, and hopefully we'll be able to get close to where the resort is."
Okay. Your car's gonna be okay out here by itself?
Should be. I blocked it up and everything, so anything that will try to get in will have a hard time doing so. And worst case scenario, I'll just explain to my parents that I hiked in a not particularly very well developed area and got robbed or something.
Got it.
But yeah, if we're lucky, hopefully there'll be an old road to lead up to the resort. But otherwise, I'll try to see a guide and see if I can find any trails to help you guys out. Okay?
Okay.
But yeah,
You're going up ahead? Sorry, I think my brain blanked. You said you're going up ahead? Or...
more like I'd be down to go first in line and help guide you guys up the mountain.
Oh, okay. We should probably get I'm really having a hard time finding his accent again. We should really probably find our or get our straps set up and stuff, our climbing equipment.
Oh, absolutely. I would be more than down to help you lot out down with it and knowing how to properly put it on.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys are willing, Adrian will show you guys how to put on hiking straps, the little raclets underneath your feet, like the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're also okay with this, Jean-Marie?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I'll say that eventually, I'd say like 10-20 minutes pass, after which that you guys get yourselves ready. The hiking gear itself, it is not super heavy. You guys made a good decision, a good choice of like gear itself back in New York when you took it out. It's decently heavy enough so that like you still feel some weight and grounded on the trail that you'll be walking, but not heavy enough that like it takes you all your strength just to make one step. And you guys have the whole 9 yards of like your sticks with you, your backpacks full of like your supplies for the next coming of days, some extra like pockets on you in case you need to like immediately holster or take out something, and you guys are pretty well covered when it comes down to temperature. It might be a little bit heavier, like the higher you guys go up in the mountain. So you guys might need like some sort of warmth coming from your lanterns or something like that. But for now, warmth-wise, you guys are doing great. And
We can use the
if you guys are ready, yeah, you guys. Yeah, just Jean-Marie, stand right there. Let me just heat you up with this real quick. Oh god. Then yeah, I'll say that if you guys are ready, we can get this hiking section started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we do that,
Mhm.
I'll say as Marsibil will go with the rest of the group as they're making preparations to hike. As everyone is sort of like walking, she's gonna kind of look around for like stones, like on the
Mhm.
ground and on their way towards the mountain.
Sure. I'll say that as you're making your way for this first like hike up this mountain, you do occasionally come across like some stones on the ground. Stones that are rather large. I'll say like enough to like be in your fit in the pocket of not the pocket, but fit in the palm of your hand. And as you feel them real quick, you know that these ones can work for the purpose that you have for
Alright.
them and plan with them to use. And I'll say that you get a good total of 12 stones.
Sweet. 12.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Do we see this?
I'll say Adrian's very much focused on this hike, so he doesn't pay attention. But I'll say you two, yeah, you notice that occasionally Marsibil stops to pick up some stones on the way up.
You collecting those for any reason in particular?
For our protection.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good talk.
Stay quiet. I'm not gonna question the
Did you-
privilege. Okay.
Do you want to say something more?
No. I was just wondering why we were gathering if we have the guns and stuff, you know? Well, I mean, I guess if
Everything-
we're sneaking up around on people. Do you think we're gonna have to
Everything-
sneak up around on people? Sorry, I interrupted you. Keep going.
Everything has its purpose, Eddie.
Okay.
That's not ominous at all.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. He's decided that he's gonna keep his mouth shut from now on.
You interrupted Marsibil 2 times.
I'm sorry, Marcy.
She is
How dare you
looking,
question Marcel?
as she's like, as she's like says that, she like watches you with glaring eyes.
Sorry, Marcy.
I forgive you. And yeah, she'll keep walking with the stones.
All right. I'll say that. Yeah, Marcy, you collect your stones without any issue. Eddie, you now know not to interrupt Marsibil ever again.
Yep.
And Jean-Marie, you get a little bit of a kick watching all this happen.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna interrupt. That was my entertainment.
All right. I'll say that you guys continue making your trek up the mountain itself. Eventually, the afternoon you guys were in starts turning into the evening, as I'll say you guys scale roughly. I'll say that you guys scale roughly like 1.2 kilometers up this mountain, as uh, the scale itself is pretty steep, as eventually you notice that the road itself that you guys were taking, this very non-direct one that was pretty steep and not really having like a fair like incline, it's pretty heavy to get. And eventually you guys notice that the trees around you seem to grow less and less common, as you can imagine you're about to enter more of what would be kind of like a arid area that would be eventually leading down to some snowfall. And I'm gonna say, as you guys are climbing up, as the evening is eventually coming around, you guys see eventually, roughly from where you guys are at, as you're making your way up this mountain, what seems to be a old road, an old pavement road that has seemed to have eroded for quite some time now, as it seems that nature has been slowly gaining it back, as you can see some moss and other sorts of plant life growing from the cracks within the road, and the paint on the pavement itself has long since faded out. You're good. But yeah, do you guys want to camp for tonight on the road, or do you want to find somewhere else to camp?
Probably somewhere else, not by the road, just in
Mhm.
case. Just in case there's any cop patrols.
Mm-hmm.
So
I gotcha.
But somewhere
Yeah.
flat, preferably.
Mhm. Oh
Hmm.
wait, hold on. I read about this about snow safety. If it has to be somewhere near trees, because if trees don't grow on it, it's for a reason. Because there's this like deceptively like low valleys that are flat and tempting to build something on, but they fill with like water and snow so quick, and then you die. So don't do that. Stay close to the trees.
Oh,
Yep.
I
I
read someone
didn't
post
know
about that.
that.
Yeah. I'm
That's
surprised somebody brought that
terrifying.
up.
Yeah, why didn't you miss 70 something in natural exploration or whatever?
Oh, Marsibil. Oh, sorry.
English
No,
hard.
Mary,
Do better.
Uh,
No, I'm kidding.
Marshall got smacked upside the head.
I die.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah, I'll say that you guys find a somewhat flattened zone that trees are growing next to, and you guys set up your tent for tonight. The as the evening the sunset eventually fades and nightfall starts to come out, you guys got your tents ready. You are taking care of removing some of your climbing gear enough so that like you can be comfortable to sleep for tonight. And the night sky itself is decently well filled. You can see the stars outlining the night sky itself with multiple constellations that some of you can recognize if you've ever looked up at the night sky before. And you see the moon is particularly very bright tonight. It seems to shimmer a little bit, actually.
Moon looks pretty bright tonight. Might just be because it's like my first night out in the, like out in the woods or anything. But like it does look like pretty bright. Like that's not just me. The moon. Is
John
everyone
Marie is
asleep?
answering on purpose.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just being a bitch for the sake of it. Oh, John Marie.
Good night, everyone.
I mean, there's less light pollution here and pollution in general.
Oh, true.
But yeah, no shit, the stars are brighter. And the moon.
Yeah.
Light pollution?
No, that is a good point, though. What is that, Jean-Marie?
Have you looked at the stars and... They knew what light pollution was in the 20s. Fuck you.
No, Marsible's asking because Marsible's never been in a city where that's been a thing.
Oh, okay. I thought...
Eddie's never been out of the city.
Okay, the Eddie thing was the thing that... Okay, my bad. I didn't say that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Marsible's actually from this really big town in Iceland. It's called the Big Iceberg instead of the Big Apple.
Yeah, it's great.
You know when we were in the city? Did you ever look up at the sky?
Yes.
The stars were less bright. It's because the light of the city drowns them out.
Oh.
That's what light pollution is. That's why the night sky is nicer the further away you are from the city.
Sad.
Well, like we said, I'm sure New York City won't get any worse over the next couple of decades. So I don't think any more light pollution will become a
I
problem.
mean, how much worse can it get?
Yeah, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I've seen postcards of New York, and it's very bright. I'd be surprised if they find a way to make it brighter.
Oh no, yeah. Absolutely not. I don't think that would ever happen. God.
looking at you, Big Apple 2024. But yeah. Unless, do you guys have anything you want to do before clocking out for
Oh.
tonight?
Right. Do we want to
Hmm.
take like watches or anything?
Oh.
Yeah, good idea.
Just because last time we got ambushed by like a bunch of pirates, and I don't want that to happen again.
Oh, I actually have something if you give me some time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, and I'll say Marsibil takes a minute to sort of exit the camp real quick. And she's gonna do something new.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna cast a spell, baby.
Ooh.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm gonna cast warding, and I'm gonna
Alright.
say I'm gonna do around 4 stones.
Alright. Kind of making like a square perimeter around the camping ground.
Pretty much. I'll set him up in a
Got it.
north, south, east, west kind of, kind of way.
Alrighty. I'll say that you guys watch as Marsibil takes these stones that she's found while she's been hiking her way up here. And you watch as she places them in very specific points of all the main cardinal directions of north, south, east, and west. And as you do so, Marsibil, you eventually sit down in front of you out of game consume a magic point. In game, you concentrate back to a different time. Back when you were younger. You remember the moments you had with your mother, where she taught you things that were not usually common or expected in a modern world like today, but something that could be useful. When the day would come where you would be on your own and you would have to face off against the unknown of this world, the questionings and the true realities, and just having to live your life as an adult. And as you remember those, remember an incantation. Do you have any particular words for it, or?
Yeah, I have something that I've just written out.
All right.
For each of the stones, I'd say every time she like sort of kneels down and kind of like puts her hands sort of like over the stones, basically, she closes her eyes and in her native tongue, she says, "By the watchful eye of the All-Father, nothing shall be hidden from my sight." And she'll put the stone down.
All right. And by any normal means, these stones should not be different. I mean, there's an incantation being said, obviously in Icelandic, but these stones should remain normal, right? And yet, the three of you watch as Marsibil puts each of these stones down. The stone itself, its texture, goes from this dark grayish, slightly maroon color to a pure, effervescent white. And that in between each of these white stones that are placed in each cardinal direction is the faintest shimmer of a white line kind of like a thread.
Huh. Wasn't that nice?
Hmm?
What does it do?
It protects us at night.
Okay.
If something passes by the stones, I will know.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll say Adrian kind of, as saw this happening, goes, I have never seen somebody turn stones pure white. How did you do that?
Um, it was something my mother told me.
I see. Do you know any other incantations like that?
Yes, but I can't speak more of it. I can't speak more on it here.
No, I get that. It's kind of like we're out in the open. But no, that's fascinating. I think you would break a scientist's way of reason if you showed that kind of trick to them.
Just as much as everything has its use. Well, nothing is as you think it is.
Right. I'll keep that in mind. And he kind of looks back at the two of you, Eddie and Jean-Marie, who's like, what the fuck just happened?
I'm just staring. I've been just staring at Marsibil and the rocks with dreamy eyes. I don't know about over here, but if you speak to me, I am not noticing.
Mm-hmm. No, eventually he kind of sees you like looking with starry eyes at Marsibil and is just like, yeah, I'm not gonna interrupt that.
Yeah, Eddie's kind of like trying to piece together what the hell is going on and what has happened in the past 24 hours. And eventually he just kind of like rolls over in his sleeping bag and decides to go to sleep.
All right.
He gives up.
Sounds good. Sounds good. In that case, Eddie, you go to sleep. Adrian, you go to sleep. Jean-Marie, you want to do any last things, potentially with Marsibil or yourself before heading to sleep?
I think I'll just go to sleep.
All right. Marsibil,
Yeah.
you're the last person awake.
Uh-oh.
And as you watch your friends kind of go to sleep, you kind of have this feeling that tonight you just wanted to stay up a little bit just to make sure that everything, the ritual goes well, that this warding spell goes off just right, since it's been a while, and kind of just take in the night sky, especially since for the last couple of days and the last couple of weeks, it's just been constant movement. Movement on the boat to make sure everything was just fine. Movement in the city to know which place you had to see Dr. Martinez and kind of get a feel of like where were all these apartments and buildings stacked on top of each other. And especially recently with all the movement that Adrian has let you guys go with as you were driving away from the Austrian police. It's been it's been a lot. And tonight you're just kind of enjoying a bit of the nature outside before heading to bed. And I'm gonna say, as you're enjoying the night sky, trying to kind of get yourself ready for bed, Can you roll me a spot hidden, please?
Yeah, sure thing. Okay.
Oh god.
Oh. Oh my days! Oh my days!
What's up?
That's a fucking 3!
Holy shit!
Damn.
Oh my
Marsibill's on
god!
fire today.
Yeah.
Listen, man. She brought the Allfather into this. You fucking know she's gonna be seeing shit perfectly clear.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. In
Oh my
that case,
God.
I'll say that as you're looking into the night sky, you're not sure what it is really. Whether it's the fact that you, for the first time in forever, asked upon the All-Father to help you out to be able to protect your friends and ward off any denizens or creatures of the night or any people that would be interested of approaching the camp. But the moon itself and its shimmering, you notice that it's not as it normally is. The most you've ever seen the moon be bright back in Iceland was decently bright, but not to this extreme. Like, it's its own glowingness compared to that of just reflecting the light of the sun off of it. And I'm gonna say, as you're looking at this moon, you kind of see for a moment that it kind of seems to peer out of existence and come back, like some sort of eyelid just blinked.
Okay.
And with a 3, I'm gonna say something you've never noticed before is what seems to be that on top of constellations that you can see in the night sky, some of them look a bit out of place. Some of them are a little bit more misplaced from one another, only by a slight minute bit. But you can see that they kind of seem to shake and seem to move a little bit. Like something big in the sky that has these fake stars on it is slowly breathing.
Okay.
And as you're looking into it, it also brings you back to a time when you were younger. When you remember one of the nighttime one night where your parents had gone to sleep. You didn't really wanted to go to sleep that night as you were still a little bit full of energy and you wanted to observe the night sky that time. It looked particularly nice outside. No clouds, no terrible wind, just pure skies. And so, you made your way out. And as you looked up into that night sky, you saw something similar to what you saw tonight. Ever since then, you kind of felt like it was probably just some sort of fever dream. No way something with scales or this weird texture on their skin, something that big, would ever impersonate the moon. And yet, just like that night, you can see that the moon itself doesn't seem to be the moon. And it's something else. Something big. Something large, just observing. Looking back down at you as you look back into its large, white, Aye. How do you react?
Marsibil just kind of watches. Like, she obviously feels this sort of underlying feeling of dread. But a part of her is kind of, I'd say, content with the reality of where she is and the fact that there are things beyond her, things that she doesn't quite understand. But she is content with her place in the universe. And she isn't necessarily like outright scared of what she sees. But she is seeing at least a glimpse of what is far above her. But it's just that, a glimpse. Nothing too, earth-shattering.
All right. And I'll say that as this memory from childhood you can confirm is true, and you grow this content amongst this dread that you feel, I'll say you go to bed and you can recover the magic point you expended, and you guys get 10 luck points back out of your maximum.
Yeah.
Yay!
The moon is actually a being! Woohoo!
Marcel was
He
just
was
like,
wrong.
man, that's cool. You know what? I live in a big universe. Fuck it.
The galaxy is big, brother.
He's like, I am okay with being small. I am okay with my place in the universe.
God. Imagine you tell the rest of the party what you saw. It's just like, and then it blinked.
Oh.
Sorry, it did what?
The moon did what now?
God.
Alright. But yeah. I'll say eventually, through a good night's rest, you guys eventually wake up. Anything you guys want to do as you guys are waking up? Anything you guys want to talk to each other about?
Do we know how far we are from the resort?
Eddie, not Eddie, I'll say Adrian kind of wakes up. If it was okay with you, Eddie, Adrian offered to sleep next to you in this, either like
After
different.
that day, it probably would have been fine with that.
Oh my god, they put the
Okay.
Minecraft bed together.
Oh my god!
God!
We shared a sleeping
Your
bag
Honor.
and had the most uncomfortable night of our lives. One of us was laying in the
Exactly.
snow by the end of the night.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't me!
Like Adrian sees that like it's close to the like a little bit of snow, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, Eddie, I got this." And then you just kind of feel like the occasional shiver through the night.
Oh, buddy.
What? What if? And I'm just saying, what if?
You slept in your
During
own
the-
sleeping-
It's...
Go on, sorry.
What?
Go on!
I was gonna say, what if, in the middle of the night, after Marsibil had that moment, she went back to sleep and sort of like stayed a little bit closer to Jean-Marie while she was asleep.
No.
Maybe.
Oh my god.
But then Marsibil woke up first, so Jean-Marie doesn't know about it.
Exactly. She will never know.
Why must you do this to my heart?
The status change.
Your Honor, she's gay. But yeah, I'll say that you guys wake up in your own respective times. I'll say eventually as you're getting up and like Eddie and you say that, Adrian kind of like rolls over in the sleeping mat and goes, if I had to make a guess, probably like a good part of the day to get there.
Got it.
I'll have to check with the time that once we get there, but I might have to sleep one last night with you all just to make my way down from the mountain from then on out and camp on my own and everything.
Oh, I look at the others. That shouldn't be a problem, right?
No.
Very fine.
Okay. Also, Eddie, can I ask something real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Is it normal that in the outdoors you snore that loud? No offense,
Oh, do I snore?
you snored a little bit last night,
Oh,
and
I
I just,
hate that. I'm so sorry.
no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I just, it's fine. I just was wondering if that was a thing that happened because the other time we slept together, it wasn't that
Oh,
loud.
I mean, maybe it's because I got stabbed in the side. You know, that's the only other thing I can think about.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. That was very insensitive of me. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I wouldn't know if I snore or not. I live alone.
Adrian kind of thinks about it. I was like, wait, you live alone?
I kind of look at him and I'm like,
I-
for a second, I'm like, what? Yeah, I live alone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Did you
Surprised.
think I didn't?
No, I didn't mean that. It's just I don't know. I just thought that I'm surprised that nobody has taken the chance to be in the same building as you and enjoy your presence.
Can you
They're missing
rephrase
out.
that? That is not clicking in my head.
You are fine.
Surprised you're single.
Oh,
Yeah, he's surprised you're saying single, basically.
hey, you and me too, buddy.
Yeah, I should have just said that. He's surprised you're single. English is hard for him. All right.
No, you're fine.
It's okay. I understand.
Yeah.
the non-native speaking English buddies. Woo! But yeah, as he kind of he says that and kind of sees this like the kind of confused reaction you have on your face, and after you said that, he just like, right, well, okay, I'll start going out and eating breakfast. Do you guys want anything from the pack, or?
I can eat.
I'll take something, yeah.
Okay.
This is the
see what
most
you got.
awkward morning discussion I think we've ever had.
Oh, I don't worry. It's meant to be like that on purpose.
Like, this, I'm actually visibly cringing in real life. I need everyone to know. Sorry. Continue.
Oh my god.
I am honored. I'm making you cringe. All right. Yeah. I'll be back. Yeah. And
Okay.
he He leaves the tent.
Yeah, I kind of turn and look at the other two with like a look on my face, like I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that.
He's trying to flirt. You do realize this, yeah?
He is trying to flirt, but also I feel like I have zero game. Anyway.
Well, so does he, so maybe you guys will balance each other out.
I hope so. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided if I want anything to happen with it yet. Which feels bad to say since he's, like, helping us through the Alps.
You don't know him anything. He wanted to come along even before anything happened.
That's true.
He'll be fine. And if it isn't, I'll punch him.
Thank you.
Or Marsibil will punch him. I feel like that's more intimidating.
Marsibil just does not say anything.
Oh, Marcy, do you
thoughts?
punch things a lot? Or...
Sometimes. I mean,
Internally twirling my hair.
Sorry. I've punched men
Okay.
who've tried to harass me.
That's good. I have a switchblade that I use sometimes.
Hmm.
And I kind of like flick out my knife.
Alright.
Just to show it off. I'm not like threatening to stab Marcy or anything. Put it back.
Yeah, I'll say you twirl it around a little bit in your hand, just showing it off, showing your cool knife skills, and eventually put it back.
How often do we have to like change the stitches and things? Because this has been like a couple days, and like I don't know what the procedure is. I'll ask the doctor when he's back. Anyway, speaking of Adrian, we're leaving him behind at some point. When do we want to have that happen?
I don't know.
Maybe when we get to the Oroboros Resort.
I mean, I thought the whole like...
Can we trust him to not follow in, though?
That's what I was about to say, is do we really want him to like know where we're going around or in or anything?
Like, no offense, he's
I don't
kind
know.
of an idiot. Not that we aren't idiots for coming here, but at least we're idiots that are getting paid and know what we're getting ourselves into.
That's true.
I think... Are there any outposts nearby? Something?
Do we have a map? One that
you guys have.
Well, actually, never mind. I cut myself off.
You guys had like a main map of like the Alps themselves, from what Adrian got you guys, but no like map of like the resort itself.
No, yeah. I mean, if there's any like rests for travelers anywhere, I don't know how hiking works. If there's any civilization nearby.
I'd say from like what you guys, since you guys are close to like an abandoned road, if you guys continue trekking from the road itself, you could potentially find something eventually. But you don't know if there's like, this isn't like an official like hiking post or hiking mountain, so there probably wouldn't be any like major places of rest on it. Yeah.
Fair enough. If we leave him on the side of the road, can he make his way back?
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't want to just ditch him though. You know? I feel bad about that.
If anything, he's teaching us. He's going to safety, and we're going to the resort.
I mean, I guess.
See, the thing is, I feel like you feeling bad about ditching him feels less bad than you feeling bad if we go in and he dies. We can't afford to let him come with us.
Damn, when you put it like that.
You do have a good point.
How far away are we from the resort?
I'd say roughly like if you were going hiking straight up, probably 2 kilometers. But if you guys were following this road, who knows how many. Luckily, since it's a bit less a huge incline, though, it'll be less hard to climb, and maybe you guys could get there relatively around the same time or faster, depending on how long it takes. You can probably make a guess that this
How
road.
long would it take? How much distance would it be in days? Question mark.
I'd say roughly, probably the rest of today and or tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we should leave him this afternoon. We can make the rest of the trek on our own.
Okay.
We knew we'd split up. He knew we'd split up. And you're keeping him safe.
Yeah. I mean, it's not any less disappointing, but you know. I'm glad he'll at least be safe.
We might see him again when we come back.
Maybe.
I can talk to him if you want.
About him leaving?
Yeah. If you'd rather not.
I mean, I can, if you want.
It
might be a bit better coming from me.
Alright.
Not to say that it wouldn't be like fine coming from you, but
No, of course.
yeah, I'll go find him.
All right.
I'll go limp off.
All right. I'll say that you guys limp off. Oh yeah, you can cut this out, future Ori. But yeah, we can take a break in the next like 10 minutes or so. I just want to get the scene done.
All right. Let me real quick flash the Kirby scene just so I know when to cut.
I will be
we're back.
Wait.
Is it because you're having supper soon?
Yeah, I have to go get dinner. My family's already downstairs.
You're good. Worst case scenario, like, yeah, I'll focus on Eddie and the scene right now, and you can take the time to go get supper.
Okay. I will try to be fast.
Okay.
All right.
I'll put up the quick Kirby. Okay.
All right. I'll say that. Oh, if you're putting the Kirby up, yeah, we can just take the break right now.
Oh, I just quickly switched it on and off. Just so I know to
okay, gotcha.
Bit. You're good.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'll say that you make your way out. All right. And you see coming a bit on his way back. You see Adrian pulling out what seems to be this hot pot that I'll say that you don't need to take any time to notice. Isn't just like any normal like hot pot you usually take out for like cooking in wilderness and stuff like that with like a fire he's gotten going. Seems to be that of actually like branded with the military on it.
Oh.
And Eddie, I'd like you to make me um hmm, make me a quick spot hidden check.
Please don't say my boyfriend's evil. Okay. Spot hidden. I got a 25 in that. I got a 99. I don't think I see anything.
Nope. You know what? You are doing good. This is such a. You know what? In fact, you don't even pay attention to the hotspot after a while because like
I'm
you
in
just look at
so
a.
much pain.
Yeah, you are in so much pain. It's like
Man.
it's real. Like the stab you got the other day is really getting to you. And like
Yeah.
also, why would you pay attention to a pod? Like, look how pretty Adrian looks this morning.
Yeah. He
The
does
way
look
the wind
very
flocks
pretty.
in his hair.
Yup. Anyway, I'll go eat one of my painkiller pills. It's probably poison. Okay, how many hit points do I get back from that?
I'll say you get
God.
4 hit points.
Great, I'm back at max. Oh, I'm so angry. Okay, I'll go make my way over to him.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell. Alright. Hey, how's breakfast
Hey.
coming along?
Uh, doing all right. Just eating up some of the food itself, just because I feel like it would be more nourishing than taking it out from the can or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Thanks for putting in the extra effort. Um,
Of course.
so we were really quickly just gonna have a quick talk about the whole um resort thing and like when we're gonna be splitting up and all. And I'm definitely not blanking on when we agreed you would be leaving out of character. And if someone could really quickly remind me,
It's in the afternoon.
Okay. Um, if you were okay with it, we were maybe thinking could head out this afternoon, if that's all right with you.
Hmm.
I just wanted to
I,
bring it up. You just said it wouldn't be a surprise.
no, I get it. I get it. I I've been thinking about it, Eddie, and
Uh-huh.
I I know that I'm not entirely involved with this thing or this business that you and Jean-Marie and Marsibil have. But
Yeah.
I can't I can't deny that after seeing what happened at the end the other day, with a man getting a severe heart attack and you getting stabbed by something that just disappeared out of thin air, I don't know if I feel okay with just leaving you three out in the middle of nowhere in the Mount Alps with like I don't know, just alone like that. It it feels
I
wrong.
I don't know if it would feel very right to bring you along. You know what I mean? I don't want you to end up getting hurt in the end. You know? Um, a lot of
I
people
get
that
that.
I've cared about, this has something to do with my parents. And my parents, they've had some weird, like, effect on the stuff around, um, that's been going on over the last couple of days. Like, the thing that stabbed me yesterday had something to do with them, sorry. And I don't want you to get hurt because of that, or for you to get like targeted or anything, you know, because like you're already at risk now, I guess, just by being in the general vicinity to me, I guess. So personally, I would rather if you didn't come along just because I don't want you to get hurt, and also because, you know, it was the original agreement and everything, and I appreciate that you're worried and everything, but I would personally feel more comfortable if you didn't follow along, you know? And that's not just like an insult to your character or anything like that. It's just you know, I want to make sure that you're safe and that we're safe, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No, I get where you're coming from, and I'm not saying you're not entirely truthful with what you say. It's just I can't just feel like as a doctor that I can just. It feels wrong to leave you out into the face of danger like that, and I'll. And he kind of just like grips his pants real quick, just like when he was putting his hand on one leg while he was kind of looking at the pot, and just he seems like he's about to say something, but just kind of holds back and goes, "I'll sure I."
What were you gonna say?
He kind of sighs real quick and just scratches his hand behind his neck. Look, I like you, all right, and I know it's obvious because of how we met and just recent events over the last couple of days, and I get that this might be something related to your past or your parents or whatever the fuck this whole thing is about, but I don't feel entirely good just letting you go down into that pit or whatever the fuck those things are and just hope that you're gonna come back out of it. Like, how are you even gonna get out and come back to civilization? Like, for all we know, there's probably no cars or easy transport up there, and I know that if I had to make a guess, you probably don't want me staying around just to wait until you come back.
You make very good points. I don't know, that's something that I have to discuss with the group. But I know for sure that I definitely would rather you didn't come along for your own safety.
He
Yeah, he's still kind of thinking about what to say in regards to the, you know, start of that, and is gonna kind of just let it hang there for a bit.
Eventually he thinks about it and goes, okay. When we find a good place in the afternoon to call it off, I'll go back to my Jeep and I guess I'll just drive away.
Q kind of nods, and he's gonna kind of like sit down a bit to sit with him and kind of sits in silence for a moment.
Hmm.
So, tell me a bit more about yourself. What's with this whole military grade pot or whatever?
He sits down next to you and looks at you just real quick like kind of looking with his eyes like, do you mind if I put my head on your shoulder?
Yeah, he'll kind of like nod and offer the shoulder.
He just gently puts his head on your shoulder and just, The whole reason why I wanted to become a doctor in the first place was my dad. He My dad was a medic during World War One. Well, no, the Great War.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so many people have said World War One. Like, really confused, you know, like, did something happen while we were away? Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, something I'll check out what more people see if they see it the same way. But yeah, no, my dad was a medic in the Great War, and he saved a good couple of people, but he never really came back himself. The only time I ever really got to hear about him was the stories of the people he saved in his regiment, and I remember my mom telling me that she saw her enter the bus one day, and she waited 4 years, hoping that he'd come back, and next time she saw him was in a small little vase, and he was just there anymore, but not really. And I hate seeing people die for something bigger or die just because they were trying to do the right thing. And look, I know that a war that is complicated on multiple fronts and strange abominations that just kill and hurt others just for the fuck of it are two completely different things. And I know it's complicated in its own right, but what I'm trying to say, Eddie, is just I don't want you ending up like him. I don't want you just going to a country you don't know, ending up in a territory you're not familiar with, and dying in a land that you feel alien in, and that you end up just being forgotten about, unless by the few people who got to know you. You don't deserve to die young just for some mission.
I mean, it's not just some mission, you know? I mean, I'm coming out here to try to find my friends that have gone missing and nobody knows about. I'm coming out here to try to figure out why I've been having these weird dreams all my life, and I'm trying to figure out why this creature is coming and stabbing the hell out of me, you know? I've got reasons, you know, it's not gonna be for nothing. I mean, Jean-Marie and Marsibil, they're out here looking for something too, and I mean, Marsibil knows the land around here, I guess, you know? Um, I don't know, I mean, it's not gonna be for nothing.
And what if you don't find them? What if you throw yourself into danger and you get more hurt, or lose an arm, or just lose a part of yourself in there?
I don't know how much more I have left to lose.
I mean, you have me. If that's...
And that's why I want to make sure that you're safe. Okay? Because
Yeah.
I do care about you and I want to try to find you again after we get out of here, but I want to make sure that you're safe. Okay?
He looks genuinely not upset, but conflicted. You don't even need to roll like a psychology check or something like that.
Mhm.
He wants to stay so badly and give you any reason to just make sure, at least, like, if you're not gonna go with him, at least that he can stay and try to make sure you guys got like a fourth person to help. But at the same time, he's hearing where you're coming from, and he can tell that you're mind is already made on this, and that you're not gonna let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And he eventually gets his head off your shoulder and takes a deep breath in and goes, "Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll first moment I can send a letter from Switzerland or something like that. I'll figure something out."
Okay.
Oh, and I should probably check on breakfast. And
Oh, yeah.
he opens it up and it kind of smells a little burnt, and he's like, "That shit," and starts fanning the fire a little bit, trying to kick it away from it with his feet. And eventually you guys get your bowls of breakfast, and welcome back. I finished taking care of the business I had with this thing called the toilet, and now we're ready to go back.
Shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Oh, God.
Thank you for being the backbone of my comedy, Ori.
You're welcome. That was
And-
actually
and
me
art.
trying to support Sam's comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thought you
just
I was
support
the
all
one
each
that
other's
made the
comedy.
joke. Fuck you, guy.
Yeah.
I'm
Who the hell
sorry.
even are you?
I'm the funny one.
Yeah.
I'm
True.
the funny guy. I'm the one that makes
I'm the one
joke.
who wins.
Amazing.
God.
Thank you.
I-
But yeah,
Adrian's such a freak.
I know.
I don't know.
I get
Why
where
did
you're coming
you
from.
do this to me?
Yeah, actually, the painkillers you've been doing is because the actual healing is because it's just rat poisoning, getting rid of all
Yeah.
the infection and stuff.
That
Flushing
makes
out
sense. That's probably how it
toxins in
works.
your body.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll say that eventually you two, like I said, you guys are offered some breakfast in a bowl
Mm-hmm.
by Adrian, who is just kind of seems a little bit out of it after having that talk with you, Eddie,
Yeah.
and just goes, I'm gonna go just start disassembling the tent so you guys can relax and enjoy breakfast." And
Okay.
you watch as he goes off to where the tent is and starts disassembling it all. What are you
Sick.
guys talking about?
Eddie also looks kind of spaced out and is kind of trying to figure out how to feel about that conversation. Like, very visibly.
I'll check
Mhm.
in with him.
Okay, thank you, don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna look over at her and I'm gonna be like, you know, I can't tell if that was some kind of attempted emotional manipulation or something, but I'm not fully sure. It was a very confusing conversation in my eyes.
Huh.
I
You want to elaborate or?
uh,
Sorry.
yeah, I was kind of like trying to let him down easy, I feel like. And then I'd asked him about his family, and then he kind of started up about all this other stuff. And then he was like, yeah, I don't want you to go off and get yourself killed for nothing, you know? And then I kind of started blabbing on about, like, well, I'm not doing it for nothing, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, I don't know, he made some good points. I mean, he understands that, you know, he's not going to be able to stick around with us. But, I mean, he made some good points about, like, us not really having a way out of here after we're done. I'm not sure if he's gonna try to follow us, though, is a concern. You know?
I can try to scare him away.
How are you gonna scare him away?
Maybe be a bit more honest about the reality of the situation.
I mean, I feel like if we're more honest about the reality of the situation, I feel like he's probably gonna want to stay more. You know? Like, if we tell him, like, oh yeah, this thing is really freaky and stuff, you know, like, it could kill us, and we might go away, and you might not even remember us when we're gone. You know, that might
Well, we
make
don't
him
tell
want
him
to
that
feel
part.
fair. Yeah. Let's not tell him that part.
Just be honest about how dangerous this is.
Yeah. I'm just worried about how much good that would do in the end, you know?
Hmm.
Not to say it's not a good idea, and not to say that I don't agree that we really need to, like, hammer in how much he cannot come with us. But, I don't know.
If you don't want me to do it, I'll respect that.
It's not that
But
I don't want us to, it's not that I don't want you to do it, it's just, I'm worried about how you're gonna word it. I mean, not to say, I'm worried about how it could be worded to not, you know, make him worry more. Does that make sense?
no, yeah, I know. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop him from worrying.
Mm-hmm.
But at least maybe we can sober him up.
Yeah. If you need any backup, let me know. Or let Marsibil know, you know?
Mm. You said, um, you brought up his family?
Yeah, he said his dad was in the Great War as a medic, and I kind of have maybe a slight suspicion that his dad might be involved with, like, the people that have gone missing somehow. Maybe, like, he said his mom said that his dad came home in an urn. Um, but I don't know. Maybe it's possible that his dad went missing too. He said that's the reason why he wanted to become a doctor. So that's all he
His
said.
mom still alive?
He didn't mention otherwise. The end.
Alright.
Zach.
Uncle?
Uh-oh.
Yeah?
Was his mom
Does he
still
say I have a
alive?
mom?
Sorry.
You didn't say anything about her.
Cool. Okay. He didn't say otherwise.
Alright, I'll go hang out with him. Wish me luck.
Okay. Yeah. Let me I kind of, like, glance over at Marcy and, like, let me Lassie know.
Mm-hmm. Will do.
Right. I'll say, Jean-Marie, you finish up. Do you actually eat breakfast, by the way, or?
Well, Eddie didn't tell me not to in character, so I will.
Alright. Yeah. I'll say after you finish eating breakfast, you make your way to Eddie, who's halfway done getting the tent packed up and everything, and he sees you approach. He's like, "Oh, good morning."
Morning. I'm gonna start helping him pack up. Silently.
All right. I'll say he sees you do it silently and doesn't inquire about anything, and just eventually together you two finish packing it up, and he puts it back in the cloth bag that it came with, and puts it in a little pile of like stuff on like who's gonna carry what, and he goes, "Was there anything you wanted to talk about, or?"
The place we're going to is dangerous. I'm assuming you figured that one out already?
Yeah, I did.
I'm here because I have a death wish. I'm here because I have nothing left to lose. You can ask the others about their stories. But I'm here because I don't have anything left. Do you?
He kind of sits down real quick after like, he just finished packing it up and putting on the bag, and he looks back up to you. Not really. I'll be honest, yeah, I do have people eventually waiting for me back home, but back in medical school, there was this one situation where they said during class that you can't save everyone, and that sometimes you just have to accept that people will be gone no matter how much you try to save them. Look, I'm gonna be, if you're being completely honest with me, so I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't know what happened for you to get that much of a death wish, but if I had to make a guess, it's something related to what to these weird apparitions are going on, and I'm sorry you're in this way, but I can't deny it either that it's unfortunate that you want to throw your life away just because you have nothing left, and this is the place where you want to spend it. I mean, he looks like he wants to say more, but he's like, but I'm not going to judge your decision to go in there, but I'm not going to hold it away from the fact that I'm not sure you people are going to come back alive, and at this point, do you really want to throw life away for a situation you're probably not going to come out of?
We joined this mission knowing it was a suicide mission. We're not stupid. I just want to make sure you're aware of where Rat's in this situation. And to make sure you are not throwing your life away for a group of people you met 2 days ago.
He takes a deep breath in and just kind of scratches the back of his head again. Yeah, got the message loud and clear.
Right.
You can ask the others to break it out. I'm down to get hiking.
As long as you're aware. Just keep in mind. There are fates worse than death. And that's what's awaiting inside that hotel. And then I'm gonna take my leave.
Yeah, I'll say when you were looking at, you were saying that, like saying there were fates worse than death. You can tell there was like a million thoughts rushing through his mind, wanting to say stuff and just fight it, but just like with Eddie, he can tell that you're not changing your mind. And you can tell he's not pleased about it, but he's not going to fight it. And he just starts packing his stuff onto himself, getting himself ready with his hiking gear, and is just waiting for you guys to get ready too at this point. Not saying a word.
I'll head back to Eddie. And I'll tell him.
Hey.
Well, I have no idea if he's gonna follow us or not, but at least he seems sober enough about the situation.
Oh, that's good.
And if he
Thank
has a
you.
death wish, that's his business.
Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to talk to him.
Yeah, of course.
We should probably get our stuff and get ready to go, right?
Yeah. Marcy?
Mm-hmm.
Where you go? Well, we have to pack up first, but
Yes, I am ready to go.
Okay.
all right.
In that case, let's pack.
Alrighty. I'll say you guys gather your stuff, taking your belongings, your hiking gear, getting yourselves ready. Do you guys want to keep making your way directly up the mountain, or do you want to try borrowing some of the abandoned road?
Just a real quick thing. When I'm packing my stuff, can I make sure everything is still in there?
Yeah, sure. Roll me. What would be a good roll for this case?
Whatever I'm best at. Charm.
You're gonna charm your stuff back to existence.
Yeah.
I'll say just make me like a overall like. Just only a D100.
Okay.
Because I would say spot hidden, but it's not like it's gonna be necessarily hidden in there.
6.
6. All right. Well, whatever it was, you still succeed. Yeah. No. You look inside your bag, checking everything. I'll say that you don't notice anything is taken. I will say though that you do notice inside your bag what seems to be a scrunch up piece of paper.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna unfold it.
Okay. And you see written into it is what seems to be like an address for somewhere that you eventually see is marked down with Marseille. And you just see like the only message written on the bottom is just don't get yourself killed, okay?
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'll fold it up a bit neater and then put it back into the bag.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Is there anything else you guys want to do before making your way up?
Not that I can think of.
Alright. Yeah.
Give me a second. I need
You're
to
good.
look at something. Sorry, I'm trying to find the list of the stuff we bought. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I'll just talk to Adrian real quick and be like, "Hey, sorry for being a bitch earlier. Good luck on your way home. Bye."
He just I'll say yeah, you say that in like as you guys are because you guys are just like leaving now?
I mean, when we separate from him, I want to say that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, gotcha. Then yeah, I'll say that you guys gather your stuff, put it on yourselves, and continue hiking. But yeah, do you guys want to go on the abandoned road or up the mountain directly?
Mm,
I don't know about you guys. I don't like our chances. I think there's a road for a reason.
yeah.
Maybe if we knew what we were doing, sure.
I think
We don't.
I agree, and I'm also kind of still injured.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that works though, because I'm at 4 hit points, but I am still with stitches in. So probably
There's a
sticking to
path
the
for a
road.
reason. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Let's not get robbed though. I'll keep an eye out on like
Oh, yeah,
wood
of
clearings and stuff.
All right. I'll say that you guys start making your way out. The road itself that you guys borrow, it seems like it does it a bit on purpose in order to get a bit of a scenic route of the actual mountainside itself, overlooking the rest of the Alps within Austria and seeing the bare minimal amounts of civilization. These lower forests still protruding around and showing its the beauty of nature as you guys head down this road. And I'll say a couple hours pass until eventually afternoon hits. I'll say roughly around 1 p.m. And you guys see a what seems to be actually some sort of like abandoned pit stop for what seems to be like an old gas station. The actual pumps themselves that used to be there are rusted and starting to kind of grow with mold. The little store that there was there too is the small building was made of wood, as it seems, and not actually of like any order like well you used to see a gas station usually have, and the wood itself seems to kind of been fallen as some of the building itself is caved in, and some of the glass is shattered and on the floor, and it seems like if there was anything in this shop, it's been looted by pillagers or just people that have just come by to see the abandoned building, and it just looks in disarray. And eventually, Adrian, kind of leading you guys, goes, "Well, this is I guess a good spot to start calling it split."
Okay.
I'll see you when I see you. And
So, yeah.
if you guys aren't going to say anything, he's going to just start walking back
I'm
the
gonna
trail
give
you
him a
guys did.
hug.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that he was turning around and you give him a hug, just holding him tearly. And Eddie, you can kind of feel that like he doesn't hug you back from where he is, but you can feel like he's just shaking just the tiniest amount.
You're gonna be okay, okay?
hmm Yeah, I'm sure.
And I'm gonna slip, if I can, while I'm hugging him. I'm gonna slip the piece of paper into his bag again.
Mhm.
And it's gonna have the address for the Garden of Diamonds on it, and I'm gonna just slip it in as I'm hugging him.
I'm not gonna even ask you to make me a sleight of hand check. I'll just say, yeah, you slip it in as you're hugging him, and he just this whole time he's just doesn't have the heart to just look at you. He's just his face is towards the ground, and eventually when you let him go, he looks back at you a little bit, just sad, fixes up his backpack on his shoulder, and just starts walking away.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I don't watch him go, because if I watch him go, I'm gonna wanna turn around, so I turn back to the others. Alright, let's get going, yeah? Unless you
Yes.
guys need to stop.
No.
I'm good to keep going.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So you guys keep going, following the trail. A couple more hours pass by. The afternoon starts becoming a bit more the evening as you guys start feeling the chills themselves of the mountain range. Snow is becoming more common as you guys are making your way up and up, and at this point there's no more trees or any sort of flora.
Shit.
You are purely in the winterscape. If you guys want to keep warm, I would recommend taking at least one lantern out and lighting it.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, let's light a lantern. Do we want to
Alright.
find somewhere to camp? I feel like walking through the night is not gonna do us any good if we're not aware of our surroundings.
True. Let's find some spot near trees. I forgot what the landscape looked like. Oops.
There's no flora.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well,
How does the terrain look? Is it like inclined?
Mm-hmm. It's a bit more inclined than what it used to be. It's not as there's not barely any like real surfaces areas that are more flat, but I'll say that as you guys were making your way further and further and you guys are making your way to the evening, luckily you don't need to necessarily find a place to camp, as further away in the distance, I'll say roughly around like a kilometer from where you guys are at on the road, the first sign of it is apparent as you guys eventually see a broken down abandoned sign. You give it a good look and you can tell on it is what used to be written Oroboros Mount Resort.
Oh,
And a kilometer further, you see it.
We
Spanning-
got here,
oh,
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Spanning roughly, I'd say, around a couple of kilometers wide, and what you can probably guess is a couple stories high, is this old resort. It's made of wood for the most part, but from what you can tell, parts of the building itself have been broken down. It's been abandoned for so long, and because of that, you can also see the snow that has come into the place itself. The way that the architecture is kind of formed out is that it's kind of like this V shape, where you have one building that's like kind of based off the other, and it forms this sort of V in like the opening of it in your guys' direction. And you can even see that like parts of the roof itself have caved in, and whatever beauty this resort used to have with its architecture dating from the late 19th century is now gone, being nothing but a shadow of its former self. And particularly as it is nighttime, with besides your lantern, the only illumination really coming from anything is the night sky. And despite the bluish tone that it gives everything, there is not a single ounce of light emanating from this husk of a building. Do you guys want to camp outside, or
Yeah,
do you
let's
approach the
maybe
building?
walk back for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think. What if we? Okay, hear me out. We take naps next to the sign. We take turns taking naps next to the sign until the sun comes out.
Yeah, but let's have one person take a nap at a time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't like this at all. Mm,
Neither do
Alright.
I.
Do you guys do the full camp setup of like your tent and everything, or?
I don't think we should.
No.
And that's the thing though, is we have the little lantern, and I don't want things to see us from inside. With the lantern out.
Okay, yeah, we can walk back like 5 minutes. Maybe.
let's go back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay with you, Marsibil? I'm sorry, I feel like we're spearheading things. I want to hear from you too. Sorry.
That's okay. All right. So we can see the resort, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not thinking about immediately going in there, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, and especially not at night.
Okay. I'll say Marsibil kind of like pipes up and just says, if we don't use the tent, I know of a good way we could camp out in the snow at night.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
It gets very cold at night. Winds are very cold.
Yeah.
But if we find some kind of cave, or maybe even build something from the snow to sort of push the cold air away, then that will keep us warm for the night.
Okay. Yeah. We can do that.
Mhm.
So,
Alright.
yeah, we could either try and maybe go back and find some kind of like cave formation, or
Mhm.
like Marsibil was saying, if we can make like not like an igloo or anything, but something like something made in the snow, so that it
Mhm.
like basically is built so that the wind
Mhm.
avoids it, then
Mhm.
yeah, everyone should be at least warm.
Okay. I'll say that yeah, you guys start making like your way back 10 minutes. If you're looking for any sort of cave formation, I'm gonna say Marsibil, would you please like me to roll a natural world check real quick?
Yes, of course, my good sir. Okay. Very good. Let's. All right, it's just one, right?
Yep.
All right. That's a 25.
25. Right. I'll say with a 25, yeah. You guys watch as Marsibil kind of looks around real quick, and eventually, have you guys kept your lantern on or off at this point?
Mm, what do you guys think?
How bright is the moon outside?
Enough that you guys can see, like, it's kind of like how in the countryside, like when there's no clouds in the sky and the moon is just bright enough with how clear the sky is.
Mhm.
It's enough that you guys can see, like, okay. Like
Could I
Marsibil
read,
was able.
for example?
Uh, you could. You would have to get it like the page like real close to your face.
I think we're fine to turn it off.
Yeah,
All
we can
right.
turn it back on when we're back at the cave.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So you guys snuff out the flame within the lantern, and darkness consumes you.
Hmm.
You
Don't like the way you
guys,
said that.
don't worry about it.
Darkness.
But yeah, uh, you guys follow Marsibil as eventually you, Marsibil, can see the detailed signs of what seems to be a cave formation, natural, that is further away inside of one of these little parts of the mountain.
Mhm.
And as you guys approach, yep, looks to be a cave. You guys look inside, and the moonlight itself kind of touches the inside of the cave itself, but otherwise, the inside of it further is completely dark.
Hmm. Hey. Hmm. So we can't see any further into the cave.
Nope.
You think it might be a good idea to get that fucking lantern back on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll say that you guys turn the lantern back on, and as you guys make your way inside of the cave itself, it's pretty spacious. Not like incredibly large, but enough to fit you guys in to sleep for the night. And as you guys are making your way a bit further, it's not eventually long until you see what seems to be like telltale signs of rock and parts of the wall that were less made naturally, and what seems to be digged by human means. As you can see, it goes a bit further and kind of breaks off a little bit. And what was used to be this like natural cave formation within this hole, it seems like further down, if you guys choose to go down, what seems to be a stone-like hallway with what seems to be small traces of a strange, dark, purplish material.
Don't trust. Don't trust like that.
Yeah, no.
And as you guys are kind of looking at this, but not really choosing to approach, you guys, with the shimmer of the lantern light, I'll say you guys can barely see at the end of this hallway what seems to be some formation of like some sort of door.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We should go. I don't think we should be here.
I don't like it either.
I'm
think-
inclined to agree.
Yeah, no, I think we should sleep outside.
Okay.
All right.
Real quick,
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take one of those stones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast warding. And I'm going to put it right in front of the door.
Got you.
Just in case.
All right.
I thought you were gonna throw the stone at the door.
No.
Oh, that'd be so silly.
My train of thought probably went there because my idea was to, when we're leaving, throw something at the door to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then book it.
No,
But I don't
No.
think anyone liked that very much.
no, Eddie is actively
Uh.
panicking.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't really just like.
Uh-oh.
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 Hello.
Oh no.
There you are.
Down. There
Oh, there you
Zach
are.
You returned.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My Wi-Fi is actively dying there for a second.
was.
That's so good.
Is it better
Yeah,
now?
I think Joey
Yeah.
ran over your router.
Yeah.
No.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Alright.
Yeah. It was,
Or nor.
You're like hopping in and
Yeah.
out, Zach.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Alright. Oh no.
Dude, the
That was
door got
unfortunate.
him.
Yeah, the door killed me.
Okay, you're back.
Lives!
Alright.
Now, are you the real Zach?
Wouldn't you like
That
to
was
know?
pretty good for a dead bitch.
Won't the real Zach please stand up? Please stand
Please
up.
stand up.
Stand up.
Cause I'm Slim Zacky, oh yeah, Slim Zacky, all the real Slim
Oh,
Zackies,
God.
the real Zacky.
This is how we get copyrighted.
We already did.
We were banned in Russia, now we're gonna be
Hi,
banned in the
Russian.
US.
Hi, Russian
Unfortunate.
viewers. This is the second episode you're able to see.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Until we
the-
get
the
done
real-
with singing
The
it
real
down.
Eldritch Horror was the
It was
The
the
real
internet
horror is-
itself.
copyright strikes we made along
Yeah.
the way.
But yeah, I'll say that you guys, as you're approaching Marsibil,
Mhm.
I'll say that you get a kind of a better look at this door, and as you're approaching it, just trying to get a better feel for. Oh God, come on, please. I am so sorry. The Wi-Fi is not being nice to me right now.
It's all good.
You're good. We can hear you, okay?
Quick, he's gone. Let's get the fuck out of here.
And then
Yeah,
they
let's
all
fucking-
lived
yes.
happily ever after. Marsibil and
The
Jean-Marie
end.
sailed together into the sunset, after they found their lost husband and whoever Marsibil was looking for. I'm gonna talk to you about that later. And Eddie, I don't know.
Eddie went back to Adrian, and then they, got together. They were very happy.
Adrian got into a really weird love triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With who?
Ask me about it. You'll find out.
I am asking, bitch.
In character.
Damn it.
I'll tell you in DMs now, though.
Yes.
Oh no, he's back.
Okay.
Oh, we weren't doing anything when you were gone.
You're good.
We definitely weren't conspiring.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. You're good. I just had to restart my computer because it was starting to get really slow on mine. I was like, fuck it, I might as well just restart everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, while it's loading, I'll just do it on my phone real quick. But yeah, I'll say that as you're approaching this door, you can see that amongst what you can see on the door itself, it seems that there's sort of pattern to it. The door itself is round and kind of circle-like. And inside the circle itself is what seems to be this dried blood that has formed out multiple runes in a circle around. And within the circle is this bloody depiction of what seems to be some sort of raven in the middle. So that is within the circle, the middle of the circle of what seems to be a burning arc, and with the runes outside of that, and all of this just used with this what seems that you can depict it to being this sort of aged blood that has been there for a very long time, and because of that has gone from the usual darkish crimson to just pure coagulated black blood.
Okay. I'm just gonna put the stone down. And I'm just gonna walk away. Damn, bro, I was not meaning to get close. I was just gonna put the stone right in front of the door and just walk away.
More than fair.
Marsibil got up close and personal with the door.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'll say you guys start making your way back, and I suppose you guys start making your way back to the actual sign itself of the resort.
Let's just stay
Yeah.
outside the cave. Cause
Sounds good.
we want to have the lantern, and we don't want to have them spot us. So this feels like the safest place, in my opinion.
At the mouth of the cave?
Around there, I mean, we have somewhere to kind of run into if we need, or an area to run out of.
Don't jinx us.
That's true, actually.
I'm just thinking, I mean, if we're trying to stay undetected, our best bet is to stay inside the cave. I mean...
Fair.
You trust the stone that much?
I'm not... Listen. The stones have not let me down so far.
Listen, that is true. That is true.
I just...
You know what?
My whole idea is that if we... Because, here's the thing. It's gonna get... I have at least some frame of reference for how cold it gets at night, especially in the winters, and especially in the mountains. Mm-hmm. It is going to get extremely cold. I'm talking major frostbite levels of cold. So we're gonna have to have some heat, and it's gonna be from the lantern, or it's gonna be from something else. Either way, it's going to make light, and if there's a way that we can conceal that, possibly, whether it's being in the cave or being somewhere else, I don't know. It's probably a wise idea to either stay in the cave, or find some way to make a shelter outside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like with what I was mentioning before.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think the cave
Okay,
could
let's
be an
trust the
okay.
stone.
Yeah, I think the stone, like you said, I trust Sam on this. I trust your stones.
We need someone to be
Don't
awake at all
make
times.
me
So I don't trust the door. Because
I
we're
don't know
gonna
how-
wake up and the door's
Mhm.
gonna be open and there's gonna be something standing behind it, not being able to approach because of the stone, but there's gonna be something, and I don't like it.
Don't put the
And then
mental
right
image of
behind
that
that-
in my head. I
and then
hate that. Stop.
Let
That's
her
okay.
behind the
Can you
door.
guys
I don't
move your
like
My
rock?
active imagination is currently like threatening me right now with that image. Please.
Yeah,
That's actually a pretty good visual. Thanks for that, Mari.
I'm playing the spooky music in the background, and it is not helping.
Spooky,
Every-
scary.
Every once in a while, there's like a really loud like violin string, and I jump.
We're gonna wake up and standing behind the stone is gonna be Herobrine staring at us.
God.
And guys, that's the title of the episode. Don't mine at night.
Oh my god, we're in the cave!
Oh my god,
Holy
guys,
shit.
we're
Oh
caving!
my god, is this Minecraft?
Oh my god! Hey guys, Succumbing the series is... Oh my god.
You guys have taken the wool off your eyes. You realize that this Call of Cthulhu game is really just a chance for us to play
Wait.
Minecraft!
Wait, the
And look,
wool?
Inspector Gadget
over
is
our
here
eyes.
too.
Oh my
Shut the fuck! I love building brown bricks in
I love building
Minecraft.
brown bricks with
In
Minecraft. I'm sane. I'm
Oh my
sane. I'm
God.
sane.
It's really just to go away from the fact that you guys are literally in a cave and there's a creepy ass door that you guys have to sleep in front of because otherwise you guys get frostbite.
Yeah, but again, it's like, I mean, we don't have to stay in the cave. I only put that there as a precaution.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Mhm.
if you guys still wanted to build the little shelter outside.
It's really
mean-
late and it's dark out.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk
Mhm.
it, you know?
All right, well then, in the cave it is.
Cave it is,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
And they never woke up again.
I think someone should stay awake at every point.
I
Though.
definitely agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I can do first watch. Eddie's not sleeping after he saw that door, at least not for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to do like the on and off thing where two people are awake at once and then one person is sleeping? Because I do want to talk to
Mhm.
Marsibil.
I mean, we could.
Yeah, you guys could if you want to.
Yeah, sounds good.
Marsibil was also going to try and talk to Jean-Marie at some point.
Ah, okay. Alright, I see how it is. You two have your fun.
And he's like, Marsibil, can
Hey.
you talk? And like, Marsibil's like, I want to talk to Jean-Marie
I'm
too.
talking to
Fine,
Jean-Marie.
fuck
Go to
you.
bed.
Me neither. I want to go to sleep.
Marsibil, I'm meaning to... Well, damn. Dang.
And then you guys see a dragon boar snoring right next to you guys.
Oh my god, Dark Urge Baldur's Gate 3?
The Dovahkiin?
Fuck, if it's Dark Urge, we might want to leave.
That's actually true. We might want to get out of here. Dude, behind the
God.
rock, it's Dark Urge Baldur's Gate.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Yeah, you guys see like a white dragonborn making his way out. It's like,
Yeah.
hungry.
Feel
Uh,
in mind. The
Hey dude, you
urge,
should know what.
taste
Hey
the
dude, you should know what's
blood.
behind the door.
God.
God.
But yeah, I would
Yeah.
like to talk to Marcy if given the chance, but
Yeah,
Marcy also wants
sure.
to talk to Jean-Marie. So maybe what we
Listen.
can do is the first person to sleep is Jean-Marie, and then the next person to go to sleep is Eddie, and then
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's the order we do it in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's good. I'll take a nap.
So Marcy
Okay.
will constantly be awake.
Yeah.
Alright. Also, yeah, you guys set up. Jean-Marie, you go to sleep, and Eddie and Marsibil, you are alone in this cave, and the only sound that you hear is the blowing wind from outside.
Man. Crazy day, am I right?
Yes.
Are you serious?
That's not it. I'm pre-gaming. So I had something to ask you about, just because we're kind of getting close to that time I guess. Why are you coming on this mission? Like, is it just for the money, or are you looking for someone too? Because I've kind of picked up on that thread between me and Jean-Marie, but I was just wondering what is bringing you along, you know?
Mm, well, um, I I'm not here because I lost someone.
Hmm.
I don't really have a lot of people in my life.
Hmm.
I lost my parents some time ago,
Oh.
but I am here. Well, for my own reasons. Um, mm, I I encountered something strange when I was young, and I've pursued this hidden world for some time. I I want to know more to protect myself and others.
Huh. Can you describe what it looked like?
What?
What the thing? What you saw?
Um, when I was young,
Yeah, yeah.
hmm. Hey GM,
Yeah.
um, got a little bit of a note that I can say on this.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Do you want me to tell you exactly what you saw when you were younger?
If you can, yeah.
Sure. I'll take a hold of it from here. I got you.
Mhm.
Um, I'll say from what you get to hear, Eddie, life in Iceland, especially with the come of a new century, with technology and advancements reaching the Americas and stuff like that, but hasn't really hit Iceland. It's still not easy. Life is rough. You don't have a lot to live off of, and while it's a peaceful and stoic life, it could come with its heartbringings. And one of the things that Marsibil's family has seeked some sort of solace in is the exploration of witchcraft. Following that of Norse gods, like the Allfather you mentioned earlier, you found some solace and peace in that. And as time went on, people came, people went. if there was one thing that remained consistent within this harsh life you lived, it was witchcraft. Your family could have been broken apart, whether by a cold winter, people having gone, having left. But if there was always something you can go on, it's your traditions and the principles that you learned from your mother that kept you solid. And whilst witchcraft and these practices you believed were interesting enough, something changed in you one night when you looked at the moon and the starry night sky, and you saw that thing that you saw a couple nights ago again. This thing that has the moon for an eye. This thing that spans, well, who knows how big. This thing that pretends that its flesh, if you can even call it that, is a starry night sky full of stars. Something bigger is out there. And while it didn't shake you as much as you thought it did, it gave you something else. A burning curiosity. A desire to know the truth, if you will. Why does your witchcraft work? Is that thing truly the Allfather, or was it something else, something different? And you heard about this thing not just being related to that. You also noticed that occasionally people in Iceland and in your town disappeared. In fact, you remember a close friend of yours disappeared a long, long time ago when you were a kid, never to be seen again. It was on that very same day that night you saw that thing look back down on you. That giant thing. And ever since then, you honed your craft. Practiced more and more to find the truth, to protect yourself. And eventually you heard of from word of mouth, from a sailor that made the trek to America and came back, a woman named Dr. Marlene Martinez, who was frantically going around shipyards and dockyards asking anybody to go look into this thing with Isaiah Jericho. You heard about this, and instead of laughing like the rest of the sailors that were there with you, you took it seriously. You took it as your golden ticket to find the truth. And ever since then, ever since you made your way to America, the rest of this is history.
Yeah.
Eddie, how do you react to hearing Marsibil's story and hearing about this thing she saw?
She's kind of spaced out. And just kind of sitting there and is like, huh. Thank you for sharing that with me. I've sort of had a monster of my own too, I guess. With like reoccurring dreams and stuff like that. It's never been, well, I guess it was always real, but it's never like physically manifested until a couple days ago. And I kind of pat my side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll describe my monster too, and how it's appeared to me in dreams behind doors for most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And apparently my parents were worshipping it and summoned it or whatever to take out everyone I've ever loved. So
Mm-hmm.
yippee.
All right.
Do you think you can find what you're looking for at the resort?
Maybe. But one thing is for certain. The pursuit of knowledge is a dangerous one. But insight and clarity can be gained from many things. Even through suffering, do we gain insight and wisdom. Like you and these doors. What rule exists that says you can't open these doors too?
I guess I never thought of it that way. I mean, I guess I've spent so long being scared of them that, you know, I hadn't thought of it like that.
Sometimes, many times, we fear things that we don't understand. For better and for worse. But maybe there is a way to conquer that fear for you.
Yeah. Well, I hope I'll let you know what happens if I try it out next time I'm conked out.
Right?
What do you think we're gonna find in there? In the resort?
I don't know. But I hope that I will live to remember it.
I hope so too. Do you think you're gonna keep sailing after this?
It's a lifestyle. I have to have a wage somehow.
That's true.
But yes. And then maybe I will keep searching. Or maybe I might stop. But we will see.
Yeah. Well, if you ever need a place to settle down or an apartment to crash at, like I said this morning, I live alone, so.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Matthews.
No problem. I forget your last name. I'm so sorry.
Nyström.
Yeah, no problem, Marsibil Nyström.
Thank you.
Alright, well, we should get Jean-Marie up. Then, did you want to sleep or do you want me to?
You get some sleep. You are still hurt.
Yeah. Alright. I'll kind of like, nudge Jean-Marie awake.
All right.
And then
Jean-Marie.
out. Mari, you're muted.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. Nice talking to you, Marsibil, and then I'll conk out.
All right. I'll say that you clock out, Eddie and Jean-Marie. You're with Marsibil. What do you two talk about?
You said you had something to talk to me about. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
John Marie is just staring at the door in silence.
No, that's fine. Marcel kind of just like leans over a bit and kind of just like looks at Jean-Marie in the eyes. Jean-Marie.
Yes, Marcel?
You she's having a very hard time trying to keep a straight face. Do you like me?
Give me a second, Marinette is still moving.
The lesbian is buffering.
Well. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Honestly, this is in character. No, she's rebooting also.
I'm sorry if I was a bit too forward.
No. It's alright. It's alright. I think you're pretty, if that's...
Thank you. I just, from the time that we've spent together, I just notice you're very fond of me. And I was just curious.
No, John Marie thought she was doing a better job at hiding it. She's gonna hide her face in her hands, kind of embarrassed. Yes, you are gorgeous. And a lot taller than me. Have I made you uncomfortable?
No,
I can get it out.
no, it's fine. Really, I'm just flattered, and I think you are pretty as well.
She's gonna stay in silence. She's just a made her run now. She's not like a stranger to people finding her attractive, but she's someone being so genuine and nice about it. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I am flattered as well. Thank you, Marcy.
Mm-hmm. If we make it out of this, would it be okay if I stayed with you for a while?
Yes, that'd be more than fine. I'm sure John won't mind.
Thank you, John Marie.
Of course, Marcy.
Sorry if I was disturbing your sleep. I wanted to ask you the question, and well.
No, you're all right. I have to stay up for the rest of the day, anyways.
Just want to make sure you get a good night's rest.
It's all right. I already had my shift.
Mm-hmm.
Without looking at her in the eyes, Jet Marie's gonna scoot over and kind of lean into her.
Yeah!
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, Marsibil kind of like, she was gonna do it before, but if Jean Marie's gonna take the initiative, she'll just, chill there next to her.
Y'all want me to find somewhere else in the cave to go? Like, I can go outside.
I
I was
gotta go
late.
talk. I gotta go
Uh,
talk to the Eldritch Abomination.
yeah, I can go open that door.
Doorman.
I can go over to the door. That's it.
It's okay. You're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, speaking of the doorman, you guys turn around, you see something standing there, and the door is open.
Yeah, it's Herobrine.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, stop! I was gonna reveal that later.
Yeah, he does a little funny dancey dance.
Yeah.
Like this. Turns out you didn't see it, but there was also a spiral on the door.
Yeah, there's a spiral in the door, and like, yeah, you can see Sam like peering through it. Show me the champion of light.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's actually Michael. It's Michael Magnus Argos.
Oh my God, Michael! Michael, the spiral?
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm
god.
not a who
Distortion?
archivist.
I am a what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
But yeah.
can't do a Michael impression.
But yeah, do you
Good
guys
call.
cuddle for the rest of the night?
I guess.
John Marie?
I have a very awkward
is
third shift with
amazing.
John Marie.
And maybe if the atmosphere is comfortable enough, Marsibil might wrap her arm around John Marie.
Ooh.
Maybe?
Yeah,
Mayhaps?
she'll just cuddle in closer.
Nice!
All right.
Hell yeah.
I'll say yeah. You guys hold each other tight for tonight. And it's nice to finally come out about how you feel towards each other. And even though things are still tense, it's nice to know that you two can have each other no matter what happens. And eventually, as further watches are taken, you guys wake to the morning. Marsibil, you...
Oh wait, Marcy doesn't get a shift of sleeping.
Yeah, she does. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
true. You guys.
No, there's
Yeah.
a shift with Jean Marie, and
Yeah.
Marcibil's
Yeah.
still holding Jean Marie, and Eddie just sitting across from him. Utter silence for like 2 hours of Eddie just sitting there with his arms crossed, staring at Jean Marie. Marcy.
Yeah, exactly.
John Marie eventually will stand up and go wake up Eddie.
Oh, I wake up
Mhm.
on my own. Don't you move at all.
Yeah, Eddie, you wake up and you see
Yeah.
Jean-Marie and Marsibil hugging
Yeah.
and cuddling. What do you guys do?
About
What do you do?
damn time.
I'm
What's up?
I'm letting Marcy sleep. I'm stopping me, guys. I want to have a conversation with Eddie. I get it. Okay, the lessons are cuddling.
Ooh.
It's sweet.
I'm sorry.
Ooh, you want to have lesbian cuddles? Ooh.
I need to go
I'm
panic to
sorry.
my emotional support gay man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say before
Yeah, before you go to bed.
Yeah. Well, this is out of character. I wanted to say this so bad when you said it, but the whole thing about just like, being together in this really dark moment just
Mhm.
reminded me of that fucking sound clip. It's like, but you are my island. Ew, first of all, shut up. The moment I heard that, I wanted to say that so bad, but I didn't want to ruin the moment.
Nah, you're good. That would have been really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Bro, wrong time.
Okay, wait. When it's time to change shifts, John Marie's
Mhm.
gonna gather the courage. And she's
Uh-huh.
gonna stand up smoothly, and her legs definitely are shaking. Trust me, guys. And she's gonna give Marcy a kiss on the forehead, and then tell her to sit down, and then go over to Eddie,
Aw.
because we're gonna have a talk.
You know what? I'm happy. You know what? This is the highlight of the session.
Yup.
A lesbian has kissed another lesbian's forehead. Ladies and
Let's go.
gentlemen, Succumbing has won.
Yup.
We have made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say Marcy, with happiness in your heart, you make your way to sleep, and Jean-Marie, you wake up Eddie. What do you two talk about?
Oh, is it time already?
Yes.
You look happy.
She's staring at you with like wide eyes, and she's still kind of red.
Are you okay? Are you hurt?
I
I'm kind of like sitting up.
yeah, I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. No.
Uh-huh.
Wake up.
Oh my god. He kind of like holds both of your hands and he
Don't-
stands up with you.
Don't, oh my god, me.
Uh-huh. What happened?
Just finish waking up. I'm gonna
up.
turn around. Is Marsibil asleep yet?
Marsibil, would you be asleep at this point?
Yes.
Alright, just flat out knocked out.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marsibil in the background.
She's got that Imogen snore.
Yup.
Mhm.
Okay.
Uh.
In that case, once I'm sure that Marcy is asleep and that Eddie is awake, she's kind of gonna put her head. It doesn't work because we don't have a chair, but emotionally she's Shinji Rosing, you know.
Yeah.
Um, she's kind of like head in hands.
What? You can't leave me in the dark like this. What's going on?
She's so nice.
Uh-huh. I'm kind of like sitting next to Jean Marie.
I don't deserve this.
No, you do. Don't say that.
No, because I don't. I think she's really hot, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
fall in love that quick, and I don't want to lead her on. And I think
Mm.
maybe eventually something could happen. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
Well, you should be upfront about that, you know?
I know.
Definitely. I mean, yeah. But what
She's
happened?
an angel.
Did you guys just talk, or?
She asked me if I liked her, because apparently I'm way more obvious than I thought I was.
What did you say?
I told her she's pretty.
Uh-huh. And then what?
And then we cuddled, and she asked if she could stay with me when we survived this, and I said yeah.
Oh. Wow.
I've had people stay over for in my house. I have a
Oh, believe me, I
big
know.
apartment. Oh, shut up. I don't mean it like that.
I've seen you go in and out. No, you're fine.
Well, aside from that,
Yeah, yeah,
I-
yeah.
I still have friends that have to couch hop, and I
Yeah,
don't mind letting my house.
yeah. Well, that would be nice for her. Do you maybe see it happening one day? You know, getting together?
Maybe. I
Mhm.
don't. Okay. Being a bit more serious now.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, but I wouldn't want to abandon the bar. I mean, it's
Yeah.
aside from the alcohol and the sleeping around, it's a community, you know? And settling down and having to stop that is, I don't know.
Can see Eddie kind of sitting and thinking on what you're saying. You know, I mean, if you do decide to go for it, I mean, people are in and out of there enough, you know, I mean, maybe we could try taking it over, you know? Like, we could be like the big bosses upstairs and stuff. I mean, I don't know hardly anything about like running businesses or anything, but I don't know. I mean,
Neither do I. I think we'd be fucked.
I think we would be too. We would have to get like an accountant. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've been there long enough. I mean, I know how to run things on like the floor, but
Yeah, it's not just that. It's
yeah, no, I know. I've seen how many people go in and out. That it's definitely a lot.
I wouldn't want to give up the lifestyle, is what I mean.
Yeah.
If she
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
mind that, that'd be nice, but I don't know how realistic that is.
Definitely something to bring up. I mean, if you're thinking about maybe wanting to start a life together, and I mean, we were talking, and if she is gonna continue sailing and stuff, I mean, that could be hard, you know? I mean, long distance.
You say life together, and her face just got like.
Sorry, was that a lot?
This whole situation is a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for you, though.
I'll talk to her tomorrow about, like, maybe not jumping to anything. Taking it slow, see how it goes.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I'm happy for you, though. I'm really happy for you. That it might happen.
Mm-hmm. Can I be honest for a second?
Yeah.
I've never really been in a committed relationship.
Oh, me neither.
So, yeah, I know that.
Oh, so we bitches ain't loyal at all.
Huh? What'd you say?
I'm sorry. No, just what I said sounded mean. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. I mean, not in the same sense. It's just I don't. I haven't like had many relationships. You know what I mean? Like, there's been one guy, and then that's kind of it up until Adrian. You know, so.
1 is larger than 0.
That's true. Yeah. If you could even call it that, but you know. I guess you could say.
Wait, 1? You haven't told me about this.
It's barely 1. I mean, the guy that I told you about, the one that went missing, you wouldn't remember him. His name was Pete. He was a bartender. I knew him for years before I started working there. And I don't know, I had some feelings for him. I mean, we were working together and stuff like that, but you know, I wanted to go tell him how I felt, but when I went to, he had vanished. So you could barely call it anything. I mean, I don't even know if he would feel the same at all, but who knows?
Well, I guess we gotta find out when we find him in the thing.
I guess. I mean, if he's still alive. I did kind of shoot him.
Well, I mean, hopefully. I mean, my husband's alive, so maybe.
Your husband's alive?
I didn't tell you because I got blackout drunk. Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't tell you about me shooting Pete either. Hold on.
What?
You first.
When that guy died.
Yeah.
The thing that took my husband took over him and spoke to me.
Okay.
And made fun of me. And, like, taunted me. And then, showed me my husband who shot someone.
Stabbed someone.
Stabbed someone and killed him.
Oh, shit.
But he's alive.
What did the person he stabbed look like?
Uncle?
I'm sorry, what did you say? I zoned out a little bit.
How does the stabbed person look like?
Please don't say my husband.
No, it doesn't look like, no, the stab person was just like, there wasn't enough emphasis to really see the person, but it doesn't have a description to anybody you guys would know.
Unnamed Dexter, got it.
Yeah.
No, actually, my husband stabbed yours. Sorry.
Yeah, it was actually you guys didn't recognize him because it's fucking Creed and Fairchilde.
Fuck, don't even say that.
But yeah,
well, good. Good.
But yeah, he's alive.
Good. Yeah, we just gotta get him out of there. Okay.
You shot someone?
Yeah, I've told you about the doors.
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
So, well, let's pretend like I told you about the doors. I fill you in about the doors. So, basically, the other day I went up to my room. I was having a panic attack. after that guy's passport got all messed up in my eyes. Because that's what happened with Queen Fairchilde's pictures. They got all blurry and like vanished off the walls and stuff.
Oof.
And so I kind of was having a panic attack about that. And then I looked up, and obviously in my bedroom there's another door that wasn't there before. And so I was looking at it, and it opened up, and of course Pete is behind the door, and he was like, "Oh, Eddie, what's happening? What's going on?" And I had my gun on me. And so I was like, "Hey, step back, close the door." And then he started laughing at me, and then his neck got really long, and he was like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? You're disgusting and shit. And so then I shot him, and then he was kind of on the floor, like, bleeding out. And he was like, "Oh, Eddie, why did you do that to me?" And of course, since I haven't seen him in years, I was really torn up about that. So I was at his side, and then he started laughing at me again, and he was like, "Oh, your parents are assholes, and they've been worshiping me for years, and they sent me to come and torment you and the people you love and stuff." And then
Jesus
he
Christ.
stabbed me in the side and then left. So that's what happened with me.
This,
Very
I'm sorry,
rough
they asked
summary.
an Eldritch Horror to take care. Why can't they just pay for conversion therapy like a normal person?
Why didn't they just shoot me?
That too.
They are overkill, I guess. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
The first solution was demons? Damn.
Yeah. So, but they did say that they had him, like, murdering something. I don't know. Maybe in the same place as your husband? I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope so. And then Queen Fairchilde, I'm not sure about her at all. I haven't seen her in
hopefully.
ages. Yeah. I don't know if she would even remember me. Last time I saw her, I was really, really young. I was really bullied a lot back when I was in a boarding school, and so one day I kind of ran away, and a couple of the kids followed me and were kind of being, assholes. And so she came out and kind of yelled at them to go away. And so I was maybe like 11 so when I first met her, so I don't know if she really even would recognize who I am.
Well, I'm sure she'll be happy to see someone come get her anyways.
Yeah. I feel bad she's been gone so long, I wish I could do something more, or could have done something more.
You were 11. You couldn't.
Yeah. That's true. Sorry for changing it to such a depressing subject.
Oh, it's alright. I appreciate the distraction from my own life.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Man, this night has been going on for a really long time. Do you have any idea of, like, when the sun might be coming up? Or...
And just when you say that...
Oh my god, I can hear the birds chirping and the sun
Tweet,
shining.
tweet, tweet, tweet!
Oh,
Ah!
that's a oh, that's a morning dove. A study dove.
Back in high school with
Yeah.
Star Dancer.
With Star Dancer.
But yeah, I'll say that eventually, as you guys kind of finish your conversation, eventually you guys see rays of sunlight bearing into the cave. Do you wake Marsibil up?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Marsibil, throughout the night, not a single rock was disturbed.
Alright, cool.
And the door seems as intact as always. So, do you guys pack up your stuff and start getting ready to approach the old resort?
Yes.
I guess so.
Let's
All
go.
right.
wanna
Let's
go
do it.
in.
Come on, let's
I don't-
fucking do it.
I don't wanna go in.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
No, I won't. I'm scared.
You
It's
ain't
the
got a
bottom
choice.
Why are you? Why are you the guy that was also in green with the really weird British accent?
Wait, why is my rainbow flag gone? Oh, because I left VC earlier.
Womp
Okay.
womp.
Womp
Oh
womp.
God.
All right. I'll say in that case, yeah. You guys gather your stuff and start making your way.
Mm-hmm.
While you guys are making your way to the resort, seeing even more of its desolitude and decay, I need all three of you to roll me a spot hidden check.
All right. You asked
Woo!
for it.
First
Why
roll day.
why is your channel status not playing Elden Ring?
I mean, am I playing Elden Ring?
You're not. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Why
What did you roll?
shaming me? Shaming me right now.
Spot hidden. I'm gonna use 9 luck points to get it down to my DC.
All right.
I'm opening the dice roller.
I got an exact 25.
Gotcha.
I am using 20 of my luck points to get it down to my score.
Hey. Hey, been
Because I
there.
rolled a 50.
Yeah, which-
I failed my one
So
before.
30.
I'm not failing this one. I swear to God, if this guy has been following us the whole night, I'm going to be angry.
He was the one behind the door.
Dude. He was in the hotel next door.
Yeah. I was there the whole time, Eddie Matthews.
I've been here the whole time.
Mario, what did you roll?
It's rolling. My computer hates me.
Roll faster.
Bitch! Don't.
Love
Do not
Love
with me right now.
Mario, it's okay. She's just jealous that you have bitches and she doesn't.
Yeah. Mine got kidnapped, and the other one is emotionally manipulating me. I think.
Well, I didn't do much better than Sam. That's a 46. What the fuck's my DC again? Hold on. Adobe PDF. Can you hurry up, please?
Your DC for spot hidden is 25.
Oof.
It's 21 points, right? How much luck do I have left? Okay, I have enough. Sure. Well, I mean, Eddie and Marcy got it. I'll just be clueless. I'm not wasting my
Yeah,
luck.
yeah,
Come on, guys.
that's a wise choice. But yeah, I'll say that I'm gonna close Silent Mike now. I'll say, you guys make your way out of the cave, and it's very faint for you both, Eddie and Marsibil, but you notice that on the very extremes of some ends of mountains, you can see what seem to be the shadows of figures. Around like 3 or 4. Roughly looking humanoid-ish. But some of them look a little odd. In the sense that one is twirling too much to the right. That's not how the spine works. One seems rather larger than they should be, around 9 feet tall.
Ugh.
One seems to have exaggerated portions of limbs, kind of like some were grown bigger and some were reduced to smaller amounts, and another seems just odd in the sense that it seems that one is twitching. They don't do anything, just stare at you from very far away. Do you relay this information to Jean-Marie?
Yeah, you seeing that?
No, what?
I'll point them out if I can.
You do?
Look
Do
over
I
at
see it?
Marcy.
I'll say it takes you a bit, but afterwards, yeah.
Oh shit.
Eddie, did you just point them out?
Mm-hmm.
Marsibil is looking at you just like they've stopped. They most likely know that we are here. And you just pointed them out from where you're standing.
Yeah, Eddie, I'm gonna say that when you pointed them out, you kind of see like the weird things that made all of them unique. Kind of stop. Like the one that was twitching stops twitching. The one that was tall looks like, if you could like kind of see them, would look straight at you. The one that was like its spine was curled all into a spiral, leans itself way back up, and no, they're just staring.
Well,
Shit.
We need to walk slowly and carefully to the resort.
mhm.
All right. I'll say eventually you guys come closer to the resort, passing by what is this opening of what used to be probably this front entrance. You can see a statue in the middle has crumbled. Only the legs are remaining, and even that is slowly eroding. And as you guys kind of like pay attention to the hotel and look back, the four figures you saw are now gone.
Shit.
Well, nothing we didn't expect to see when we came here, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, damn, there's cows outside at the cow farm? Insane.
I know, right? But yeah, do you guys make your way inside the resort?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys see the statue and overlooking you guys, seeing a bigger view of this whole building, this rotting corpse that has been forgotten for so long, you finally arrived. Weeks have passed, things have been seen, people have been lost, but you're finally here. And you're just about to start to finally get down to the bottom of what is going on. And as you do so, preparing yourselves with any sort of confidence you can get within each other or within the hope of finding the truth, that's where we're going to end tonight's session of Succumbing.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can tell you guys, I'm fucking pumped to finally get to this part.
I bet you are. I bet you
Mhm.
are.
I'm doing my silly little dances.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. But yeah. I'll get to the fun facts about this place later on once we get to the actual session, but nonetheless,
Yeah,
yeah.
but keep an eye out for Herobrine.
keep
Oh.
an eye out for Herobrine.
Don't
and,
mind at night.
that should be, yeah, that's the tagline. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, don't mine at night.
Use your teeth. What laws? What do I know? Why are you insisting I have this knowledge?
Hart, you're a local resident of Ohio. You know everything about laws.
Yeah,
Because you're so skibbity.
with Riz.
Take security again.
I am going to cast a spell on you, and
then you'll be mine, mine,
terrible
mine.
farting pains.
Oh, mine. Oh, wow, that's personal.
Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah, and I know exactly how to fucking do it.
But I love farting.
Oh.
Stop.
Don't take that out of context.
Stop.
Don't
You
take that
need
out of
to
context.
Yeah, do we want
Stop.
to restart this episode?
Stop fucking talking.
Do we restart the recording?
Let's run that back. Let's
Yeah,
run that back.
yep.